Awesome. Good morning. It is July 6th, early in the morning. It's Sunday, and I was hoping to play some puzzles with you. I don't even want to say anything else. I was considering, I was looking at my old streams going, man, you just gab too much. There's just too much talking. You ought to just play the puzzles. And I think either I will keep my goofy little comments at the beginning to a minimum, or maybe I will just I don't know, keep a timer. You have 2 minutes to yap or something. I don't know. Morning, John Marco. Hope you're doing well. Oh boy. Well, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, yesterday was a fun day as a family. We've come off of almost the entire summer. Somebody is missing, right? Somebody's at a camp. This guy's at a camp. This girl's at a camp. Da da da. Mostly camp. Some driver's ed. But when you get a day where nothing else is happening, that feels good. That feels good. And so we took the chance. We went to a fun pizza place downtown that we love. And we, it's just been really fun to sort of reconnect as a family. We're also having a couple people over tomorrow, and so we're frantically cleaning the house. It's good to have our two best helpers in the house again, so we can put them back to work. No, I'm just kidding. So that just we can have their help. It's nice. So, all right. Well, let's dive in. Let's do the puzzles. John Marco says purple today is interesting to say the list. To say, he put say in capital letters, but then said list. I wonder if he meant say the least. I don't know. We're going to find out. He's telegraphing answers to me already. I don't know. All right. This is the connections puzzle. We're playing 4 groups of 4. I see Seuss, like Dr. Seuss, China, Disney, decaf, crumb, Prussian, pepper, where, evil, crypto, pottery, grain, morsel, dray, shred, and ceramics. Okay, so the first thing I saw, and I don't see a third one, I don't see a fourth one. I see Dr. Seuss, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Dre. Oh, maybe Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. Yes, it is. Okay, these are fake degree doctors. Okay, so then crypto. Decaf is short for decaffeinated coffee. Crypto, right, is like cryptocurrency. It's short for something. China, pottery, ceramics, and ware, right? It's like earthenware. Okay, fired objects, great. Disney, Walt Disney. Why is that in there? Disney's a proper name. That's strange that they would throw a proper name in there like that. Crumb. A crumb, a morsel, a grain, a shred. These are like small amounts. Okay, a particle. Sure. And then Disney, decaf, crypto, and Prussian. Prussian blue is a famous paint. I don't know. What are we headed for here? Ending with homophones of parts of the leg. And Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Who's getting that? Who's getting that? Nobody's getting that. Ending with homophones of parts of the leg. Crypto. Toe. Decaf. Like calf of the back of your leg. Disney. Knee. And Prussian. Shin. Oh my gosh. Oh, purple is interesting today, to say the least. Absolutely. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, we got it. And in fact, we got it without any hints. We got it on the first try today. But what? What? Who's getting that? That's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so the blue category we got first was different doctors. Dr. Dre, Dr. Evil, Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Seuss. Fired objects was the yellow category. You might throw it into the kiln. I watched a funny video yesterday. My teacher friends, we have a group chat, and they sent me a video of the ceramics teacher teaching these kids, don't go into the kiln, and the first thing they do is they go in the kiln, right? Oh, you got it first? It's easy when you say the words. Got it. Oh, that was your list. You say the words. Got it. Yeah, it's fired objects, ceramics, china, pottery, and earthenware. A particle, a crumb, a grain, a morsel, and a shred. And then purple category, yeah, maybe it would have been a little more easy if I said them out loud a couple times, right? Crypto, decaf, Disney, and Prussian. Those are ending with homophones of parts of the leg. Oh my goodness. That was... Sure, why not? Why not? All right, and then let's dive in and do the mini. It's an easy 5x5 today. Look at that. A gaping hole is a wound. It's a... I don't know. I'm not sure what they're looking for there. Conversation opener. A joke. A... intro. What if a gaping hole is a wound? We might erase that. I don't know. We probably will. Group of 5 found in Julia Roberts and Austin Powers. Group of 5. What do you mean? Group of 5 letters? Well, they both have a U in them. They both have an A. They both have an R. They both have an O. I don't know. I don't know what you're going for here. Ben of Broadway. Oh, I don't know who the Broadway stars are. Oh, gosh. Keep it down. Shh. Bloke. This bloke. This kid, I don't know. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my butt handed to me today. Inside part of a golf club. What? All right, you know what? These were just guesses. I think they're kind of messing me up. A bloke is a lad, man, chap, maybe chap, inside part of the golf club. I keep thinking of the word shaft, but I don't think that's correct. What do you mean the inside? The inside's hollow. It's a hole. Is that what you're going for? I don't think so. Hole. An AKA name, also known as, might be your alibi, might be your alias. Alias. Animal, that talks comically slow in Zootopia. Oh, of course, that's the sloth. Conversation opener? Question mark. Okay, alright, let's do these ones. Gaping hole is a chasm. 6 across. Conversation opener. Hello. I just got the other one. Look, going down. Conversation opener. Your mouth. Oh, I see. Okay, going to 7 across here. Look at this. Group of 5 found in Julia Roberts and Austin Powers. All 5 of those have A, E, I, O, U. Or both of those have all 5 vowels. All right. I actually do know that. Inside part of the golf club is the heel. There it is. All right. Okay, so we had to kind of revisit a lot of those, but we got it. Okay, gaping hole, a chasm. Conversation opener. Hello. Group of 5 found in Julia Roberts and Austin Powers. Both of those have all 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Ben of Broadway. Ben Platt? Sure. I've I haven't been to Broadway since, let's see. I grew up I grew up in New Jersey, and it was only, an hour and a half to New York. I think the last thing I saw on Broadway was, like, The Music Man in the early 2000s. It's been a while. So, do I know anybody that's on Broadway right now? Heck no. So, Ben Platt. All right. Keep it down. Shh. That's a great one to have as a last letter. Bloke, a chap. Inside part of the golf club is the heel. You don't want to hit it too far off the heel or too far off the toe. You want to just get it right in the sweet spot when you hit. AKA name, also known as your alias. Animal that talks comically slow in Zootopia, the sloth. And then conversation opener, question mark, your mouth. You're going to open your mouth for a conversation. That's clever. I love those ones that are like the same one multiple times, but it's like, you're going to get different answers if you think about it different ways. Those are great. Okie doke. All right, with the Wordle. You guys know my rule. I'm not going to be looking at the chat, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go with... I woke up thinking of a really good word. Now I can't remember what it was. What should we go with? How about... grate, like grated cheese. No way. Isn't that how we started yesterday? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we had 3 yellows in the middle yesterday. Golly. Okay, well, thank you. I'm going to go with a non-intersecting word of all of those. How about ploys? No help from ploys. Okay, that's fine. Not to worry. Oh, here's one. How about chink? There's a chink in the armor. Oh, all right. Well, so then we have an I in the not in the middle. We don't know where any of these letters go, but we do have let's see. We have a T, we have an R. TR could go together. But we can't have either an A or an I. I feel like we were in this predicament just a couple days ago where we had both vowels in the same lineup. In fact, I think it was right in the middle where we knew that it wasn't, maybe consonant because the vowel is next and the vowel can't go in the middle. There is a U too. We haven't guessed the U, but I don't know if there will be a U. Okay, so knowing that, it could be maybe a T word. Is that a word? Tirade? Is that how you spell it, though? I don't know if that's how you spell it. T could go there, I could go there, R could go there, A could go there. For the last couple of weeks, I've been very, very, like, conscious about not wasting guesses, you know what I mean? Because for, a few weeks before that, we were wasting guesses. We were absolutely throwing away guesses. So let's try it. I think that's how you spell it. That's not how you spell it. Okay, we're back. Okay, so then maybe it's... Maybe it's an R word. Rabbit. It's not how you spell that. I'm thinking of all the letters that are left. Not a word. Doesn't that sound like a word? Tamir. I think there's an animal called the tamir. Let's try it. No, it's not a word. Okay. Maybe it's the new letter. It's a letter we haven't guessed yet. Okay, what's this? I thought this would help me, but it's kind of hindering me to have both vowels in the middle. I thought, oh, well, that means that it's not consonant consonant. So I'm thinking like, and the R isn't in the second. So like a TR word, that's out. Remember artsy was, I think that was like 6 months ago, artsy. I was so excited to talk about that with my art friends. My art friends play the games too. I don't know if they watch these live streams though. Not a word. Okay, what are we doing here? Maybe a TRI word. Atria, the plural of atrium, The A could go there, the T could go there, the R could go there, the I could go there, the A would be doubled. That's a little weird. It is a word. It would tell us where the A goes at least, you know. All right, let's... Oh my gosh. Sure. Wow, what a word. What a word today. Atria. The plural of atrium is atria. Okay, well. How you doing? Scandalous. I got to think outside the box today. Absolutely. Sandra, good to have you. I'll just call you Sandra. It's in it's in parentheses. Yeah, I got to think outside the box. I got to think outside the heart. Well, think inside the heart today, I guess. I started with the word great, and it gave me rat. It gave me rate. And then ploys, another non-intersecting word that doesn't use any of those top 5. And then chink, which doesn't use any of those first 10. So I've got 15 individual separate letters. Yeah. And sorry I didn't answer back immediately. I don't look at the chat during the Wordle. Just as a personal rule, I love to just productively struggle through. I joke and I say it's going to make me live longer if I if I just kind of struggle through it myself. Grows my brain. I'm going to fight off the brain problems later in life. Yeah, let's see. So great gave me R-A-T, and then chink gave me I, and then I'm like, what? It can't have the I. It can't have the A or the I in the middle. So what's going on here? And I thought, okay, maybe it's like T vowel R T something. And I thought, all right, what if it starts with the A or the I? Not as likely to start with the I, but it could. And then what if it started with the A? And do you remember at the end, I was like, oh, there was something, I forget what word I was trying, but T-R-I or T-R-A, like extra. And I was like, oh, maybe T-R just goes somewhere else, right? So then I tried atria, like atrium, and that was it. Cool. Goody. Yeah, I'm crazy like that. I don't know. I just love to struggle through it. Okay, my hero. So if you've never played Strands before, think of it like a word search. We are trying to match up these letters, but we don't know what the words are we're looking for. They're all based on this theme, and usually this theme is pretty loosely interpreted, and they all lead back to this central theme that finally starts making sense once you really unravel the true meaning. And the words don't just have to go left and right, up and down. They can snake around in any direction. So to start, I like looking for corners, right? Corners usually give things away, like an ER. Maybe there's an ING. Oh, here's an ING. Ling, my hero. Like maybe there's things about a superhero, like they would have a cape, or people that would be considered a hero, like a firefighter. POW, power, you know, like my hero. What is it about these words that are all combined together just to mean my hero? Healing? Okay, maybe these are superpowers. Flight? Okay, hold on now. That's funny. Oh, what was funny is John Marco put tiara and then was disappointed that it was an anagram of the answer. Oh, that's funny. I feel like this one says speed. Yeah, it does say speed. There we go. Super. Oh, you know what? I think, remember that POW? Power. Superpower. Haha. That's the one. Okay. So then 4 out of 6, that means that we've got 2 more. This has got to be strength. If I can spell it right. Strength. Super strength. Ooh, and then invisibility. Nope, I'm starting at the wrong place. Invisibility. Invisibility. Ta-da. Awesome. What's my favorite superpower? Yours is charm. Oh, humility. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think my superpower... I think my superpower is my wit. Like, it's kind of like charm, I guess. I think my superpower is my ability to, like, just, like, talk with people and gain their trust and be genuine. I don't know. Is that a superpower? Now, if I could make up a superpower, what would I want? I think it'd be pretty cool to fly. I think it'd be pretty cool to just kind of zip zoop wherever you want, or teleport. I don't think I'd want to mess with time. Time flows and it's just great the way it is. But the ability to go anywhere instantly sounds pretty awesome. I think I'd want to go somewhere, in the blink of an eye, and I'm in, Charleston, South Carolina or something, right? It just that would be awesome. And anybody that I am holding hands with, I can take with me. How about that? Yeah, so the Strands puzzle today, my hero, these are superpowers that a superhero might have. They might have invisibility or healing. That's a great one. Self-healing or healing others. Super speed, power of flight, and super strength. Emotionally intelligent, the therapist in the whole grade level. Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes I find, Gianmarco, I agree. Sometimes I find I'm talking to someone, and I don't know why, but they just start, like, telling me their whole life story. and all I'm doing is just listening and being myself and contributing to the conversation, and then suddenly I play therapist for somebody. I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That does happen. That does happen. Sandra says sarcasm. Yeah, well, some people have some, and you know what? My wife would always say that sometimes you're like, I don't want to call it a negative quality, but like the qualities that you deem as maybe like hindrances might actually be superpowers in disguise. If you've got, a negative attitude on life, that's not a like a villain power. That's more like used in the correct way. You're now a realist and you can see situations for really what they are, So if you take kind of a negative connotation and turn it positive, it might actually be a superpower in your life. I need the sarcasm since I worked for lawyers. That's funny. Well, yeah, and use that as a superpower, right? People might appreciate that. That's funny. Alrighty, let's play Letterboxd. A couple days ago, I was so happy. I took a screenshot of it. The Letterboxd had my initials right across the top, KHM, and it took Tyson pointing it out to me. By the way, Tyson's birthday was yesterday, so if you guys were not here yesterday and you see him in the chat next time he's here, shout him out, give him a happy birthday. I'm sure he would appreciate that. Let's see. So we're trying to solve in 6 words, and I can see why. There's a J, there's a Z, there's a Y, but I think we'll be okay because, look, we've got an R. There's no S. Y and E are on the same side. I was going to do like prayer or something, but Y and E are on the same side. Here, let's familiarize ourselves with the puzzle a little bit. I've got an I, an O, and a B, an E, Y, and P, Can't play a word like I, right? E-Y-E. Or prayer, because Y-E. A, L, and J. Z, R, and N. Okay. So I think definitely the first thing that we're going to have to do is get rid of that Z. Pizzazz has double Z, so we can't do double letters, you know. We can't do two letters on the same side, one after the other. If you guys see anything that shouts, you know, that screams at you, shout it out. Let's try it. I can't do O-I words either, like broil. Let's attack the Z and the J first. So if you see anything Z words or J words, let me know. How about enjoy? Zebra. Oh, we can play zebra, actually. Okay, so I thought enjoy, but then we end on a Y, which is a little messy. Here, I'll write some of these down. And zebra. Some people say zebra, some people say zebra. All right, let's go zebra. And then if we can end this on, let's see, if we play enjoy, what do we have left? E-N-J-O-Y. So we have an I, we have a P, we have an L. Ooh, man, if we could play the A and the L, I could play alpine. Right? Like an alpine, alpengeist, alpine slide. I don't know. Aioli? How is aioli not on the list? Garlic olive oil is aioli. How is that not? Okay, I take issue with that one. Oh, because I missed the I. Maybe because I'm just... Okay, AI. Oh, okay. You're right. Oh, my bad. What if we just spell it wrong? Appline. Anyone? I guess then we could play enjoy. We don't need to play in... Well, we do need for the J. There's no U. I was going to play like injury. With an I. It would have to have an I, of course. If there was a G, we could play enjoying. Yip. I know yip is a word. How about panel? There we go. Panel. Okay, we had to do it in 6 today, right? We have to do it in 6, and we did it in 5. So we started with zebra, and then we went to the A for anyone, and then the E for enjoy, and then the Y for yip, and the P for panel. How'd they solve it yesterday? Let's see. Wild and demagoguery. I know demagogue, but demagoguery, that's a made up word, guys. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. That's wild. Cool. All right. Well, let's recap. By the way, if you're new, if you like what you see, give it a like. Consider subscribing. We do this every day, so I come right into your feed every morning, and we get to do this. Or at 2 in the morning, or whatever time it is where you are. So I say good morning right at the beginning, but I realize that, not every, and I will say usually good morning to everybody here because it's morning to me, but it might be, might be Monday for some of you. John Marco's raising his hand because he can see the future. I joke and I say John Marco can see the future because he can see the next puzzle come out already. All right, well, let's do the connections puzzle. We're going to recap everything. So we did the connections, and then the mini crossword, and then the Wordle, and then the Strands, and then the letterboxed. So connections today, we did great. No strikes, no misses. Here, we'll go back to it. There it is. We got it on the first, no mistakes. And check this out. This is our first. We're maintaining our streak finally. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think our max streak has been 25. And then our current streak is now matching that. So that's cool. And we're going to add this to our list of perfect puzzles. Perfect puzzles. We did not get purple first, and that's okay. We're just here for fun. A variety of doctors. Dr. Dre, Dr. Evil, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Seuss. I would like to see the the credentials of any of those doctors. Maybe Dr. Seuss. Actually, I think Dr. Seuss may have... no, I take that back. It was an anagram of Theodore Geisel. I take that back. None of them have real degrees. In the yellow category, right, should be the most straightforward, and it was for the most part. Fired objects, things that are going in a kiln, ceramics, china, pottery, and ware, like earthenware. Basically all the same name for the same thing, different names for those things. Particle, the green category is particle, a crumb, a grain, a morsel, a shred. What I might throw in there too is a smidgen. That's a great word for it, a smidgen. And then the purple category. Jean Marco said he got the purple category first today. I don't know, it just didn't speak to me. Ending with homophones of parts of the leg. Crypto, toe. Decaf, your calf. Disney, knee. And then Prussian, like Prussian blue, is shin. I should be smarter about this one. Whenever I see words that I'm like, how on earth are they related? Maybe it's something about the word itself. It's about the build of the word or how you say the word, a homophone or something. That's what I need to do next time. So if I get 4 that are like, how on earth are these related, right? Disney's a proper name. Decaf is coffee. That has nothing to do with any of these. So if like the definition doesn't have anything to do with each other, maybe it's not about the definition. Maybe it's about, the word itself. That's what I need to do. Okay, and then in the mini crossword... we did fine with this. We had to kind of revisit some of these at first, but it's okay. A gaping hole is a chasm. Conversation opener, you'd say hello. I learned just a couple days ago, actually, the word hello is fairly recent. It's fairly new. In fact, that song, Hello, My Baby, Hello, My Darling, Hello, My Ragtime Gal, was actually in response to this newfangled word called hello. How silly, we say hello to each other. So the guy was basically making fun of that word that we say now. You pick up the telephone, right? Now these newfangled telephones are coming out. We'll say hello to each other, and that's such a weird thing. And they were basically mocking it. They were making fun of this silly new word and now, of course, we all say hello when we start. I thought that was interesting. Group of 5 found in Julia Roberts and Austin Powers. Both of those have all 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Ben Platt of Broadway. Sure, that's a new one for me. I have not seen a Broadway show in 25 years. Yeah, it's been about probably 24, 25 years. Let's see. Keep it down. Shh. Yeah, of course I don't know any of the Broadway stars anymore. Not until they make it to movies. And even then, I don't know everybody. A bloke is a chap. I love that word, bloke. We don't use it here, but it's a funny one. It's a cool one. Inside part of a golf club. I took that so literally. I thought like the shaft of the club. No, it's like the face of the club. Do you hit it toe side or heel side? The inside would be, of course, the heel. AKA, also known as, that's your alias. Animal that talks comically slow in Zootopia. Of course, that's the sloth. Love that. And then a conversation opener. What do you open to have a conversation? Your mouth. Anytime you get that question mark in the clue, that means that it's a joke answer, right? It's a funny gimmick answer. That's great. All right. And we struggled through a little bit with the Wordle, didn't we? But we got it on the 4th. I mean, that's the power of this non-intersecting word theory that I have. Do other people do it? I'm sure they do. Maybe there's a whole book written about it. But just the way I've sort of taught myself to do it with the School of Hard Knocks is to be as efficient as possible. There's only 26 letters, so if I can knock out 15 of them in 3 guesses, that will tell me everything I need to know for the most part, usually. Right? If I'm smart about it, I can even include all 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U, in those guesses. And I don't have like a go-to word every time. I just come up with a word and sort of deal with it and then find 2 other words that don't use any of those previous letters. And it has worked to my advantage, honestly. I feel like just sort of like randomly coming up with a 5-letter word is more efficient than coming up with the same 5-letter word every time. I don't know. You guys that have watched my streams for a long time, hopefully you agree with me. If I'm just coming up with the same exact word every time, that's not super helpful. But then more often than not, if I'm just like staring at the letters and just something dawns upon me, I'm like, oh, that's a 5-letter word. A lot of times that will like super surprise me. Like it'll have a green, it'll have a couple yellows. It'll be, just like today, I got 3 yellows all in the same go, which is pretty awesome. And then I said, so great, gave me the R, the A, and the T. Rat, that's funny. I tried the word ploys, a non-intersecting word, which was no help at all. And then chink, like a chink in the armor, right? A weakness in the defenses. And that gave me the I. And I'm thinking, all right, what other letter would go here, right? Like drink, D, F, M, B maybe. And then finally, thinking through those letters, I saw, I was considering like extra, right? Like TRA. And I was like, well, what if it's not TRA? What if it's like TRI, like atrium? And then I thought, you know what? The 5-letter plural of atrium is atria. So that was it. It's pretty cool. All right. The Strands puzzle was cute today. Today's theme was my hero, right? Different powers that a superhero might have. You can see the spangram right there. Super power. Invisibility. You might have healing. Speed. Super speed. Flight. Love the power of flight. That'd be cool. Fly around wherever you want. And then super strength. If I had the choice, I would want to be a teleporter. I think it'd be cool. You just teleport instantly to somewhere else you want to go visit. Top of the pyramids, boom, you're there, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually have that superpower. You know that? Here, watch this. I'm going to teleport. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, teleport. And I'm back. Look, I got this from China. See? See? I can do it. I can teleport. You didn't believe me. I went and got something from China. Oh, boy. That's funny. Okay. All right. And then we're playing Letterboxd. Let's dive in and play Letterboxd. We did it. We did it. We did it. We actually did it in 5, even though we had to do it in 6. Nobody's impressed that I teleported to China and back? Okay, well, I can't win them all. Okay, let's see. So with the letterbox, we solved it in 5. I wanted to get rid of the Z first. That one's freaking me out. So Sandra said, all right, what if we played zebra? So we did that. And the A led to anyone, so I can get rid of the Y. And then the E for enjoy. And actually, that got rid of the J and the Y. I'd used the Y a second time. And then the Y again led to yip. And then P for panel. What were we trying to get rid of there? The L? Probably just the L at that point. Huh. Cool. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. That's all our puzzles today. If you like what you saw, give it a like. Consider subscribing. We do this for about an hour every morning. I first wake up. It's like I'm still, wiping the sleeping men out of my eyes, but I'm here with you playing puzzles, which is awesome. So if you liked it, hit the notifications so that I come into your stream every time and you get to see in your recommendations. Anyway, thanks for a fun chat. Thanks for some help on the puzzles. And Jean-Marco, as always, with your superpower, thank you for seeing the future. You guys are great, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.